out feeding cows with Grandpa. He's got the 4240. We've got a wrapped oat bale that will be unrolling in the pasture here. He's going to stop here, tip it up, and unwrap it. Take the wrapper off of it. That way, get it unrolled without the cows mobbing them. You look there through the fog, you can see the cows coming already. We know what's coming for them. Hop out with the utility knife. Cut the plastic off and unwrap the net wrap. We've got this little loader tractor here. Some bales get unrolled and others go in bale rings. So we've got the loader tractor here to move around some bale rings and drop some bales in there. About a 4x4 bale right there. They were saying that this oats were cut and baled and wrapped fairly late in the stage, so there's a lot of oats in this bale. Makes really good feed. It's cut with a swather, so it didn't run through conditioners and knock the heads off. And then baled and wrapped. We've used the New Holland BR 7060 without knives. This is a non-cut bale. Here comes the cows. Now it's a race. Get that bale tip back down before the cows get here and start roughing it up. Grab onto it with the unroller there. Rip it down. Release it. Now he was saying that these are unrolling a little bit gnarly because of just how long and tangly the stems are. But the idea here behind unrolling is to get those two spikes in the center of the bale. Those spikes are on bearings. Look to the 3-point arms. There. That looks like he's going to carry it. So he's grabbing it low in order to carry it. We'll follow him here. Up a little bit. Cabs are still with them here. We are right between Christmas and New Year's. Here, this is northern Wisconsin. They haven't weaned calves yet. I believe they do that here somewhere around the New Year, shortly after. The longer you can keep the calves with their mother, the better they do. I know back at home we haven't weaned our calves yet. We attempted it a few weeks back, but we didn't have our gates set up the way they should be, and we ended up with some trouble there, and calves got kind of squirrely and got away on us back with their mothers, so we'll have to give that another attempt here soon. Alright, getting ready. It'd be nice if you could smell in the videos, you can smell that fermented hay. Smells like good feed. Cow sauerkraut. Oh, they must not grab it quite in the center. It's flopping a little bit. But unrolling. Ideally, you unroll the opposite direction that the bale was baled, and you're basically just unrolling it. If you do grab the bale backwards, depending on how loose the crop is, it will still come apart unrolling, but it won't so much unroll as kind of just bust apart. So if you have a long tangly crop like this would be, it wouldn't want to unroll going forward. Either you would have to drive backwards or put it back in the tractor the other direction so you could drive forwards with it. Got a little warm spell here, melted off most of the snow. It is in the upper 30s right now and kind of foggy. So, talking about moving the cattle out of this pasture if it's getting too muddy, but so far it seems like the frost is holding enough that it isn't getting too muddy out here. See, they all kind of line up to eat it. Unrolling in the pasture provides a lot of good fertility. It saves a lot of manure spreading versus having cows up in a yard and feedlotting them. This is putting the nutrients right in the pasture where it'll produce better grass next year. And the cows seem to do better on it. There's a lot less pushing and shoving than they would be around a round bale ring. It's a lot more similar to grazing. They kind of graze up and down this bale here. Back there, dropped it, he's going to go the other way, so it must have been tangling enough where he's going to try going the other direction with it and bring it back. They've been doing this unrolling for several years here now. They've had years where they totally cover the grass in the pasture here with a thick coating of manure and hay, and you know, kind of looks bad as far as whether or not it'll kill out the grass, but the pastures always come alive and do a lot better because of this unrolling. There we go. I think they're getting it to flop. Maybe. It's kind of dragging. That is a problem with unrolling. They have to unroll. So we have a bale processor at home. I'll shoot a video of that. We just started feeding the cattle with that here Christmas Eve. It only works if you've got little enough snow that you can drive through it. But it does work really well. Same kind of concept as this. The bale processor tears up the bales more. Some people like long stem. Grinding it up, if you've got poor quality hay, will make the hay more palatable. If it's coarse stems and that kind of thing, it does make it more palatable for eating for the cattle, which is what I like about it. I usually end up with some coarser stuff, and cows end up eating it better. Our bale processor is an older one, and it does not process wet bales. It'll plug up the processor going through that. So something like this oat bale would not want to go through that processor. We just got done feeding a bunch of that sorghum sedan grass that we cut and baled here earlier this year, and that wouldn't go through the processor. So we just finished one row of that, and now that we've got that row finished up, you know, we can go to more of a dry hay ration, and that works better with that processor. But I'll stop this here for now. You see, I might video unrolling a dry bale here, a little bit more feeding, but if not, thanks for watching. Alright, so we're tasked with bringing these bale rings back to the other pasture. This is one the cows have been in. If you look out here, you can see they've been unrolling, and you can see where all the manure distribution is in the field. We've got a nice mixture of manure and a little bit left over hay. The cows maybe use for bedding, laying on, that kind of thing. But next year. This warmer weather has caused some melting snow, which has then made little lakes here in the low spots of the field. They're not too deep, but we'll drive through one here. Kind of satisfying to watch the ripples. Declan and Grandpa are giving mineral to the bulls. There they go.